I told them that I wanted the house that if they wanted the house so bad, they could buy it from her at market value, or they could all chip in $2K a month each to cover the private facility. Of course, suddenly everyone is broke.
And it's really funny that you care so much about legacy, which is an appreciation of history, but you're willing to put your money in an underfunded, overcrowded, subpar facility so that you can have money when she passes, which is what you are waiting for.
So you can name something after yourself.
Yeah.
And then maybe somebody will take the time to do some research, and then they'll be like, oh, that's interesting. They're going to forget about it.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
For this YouTube exclusive, I got something that is kind of harping on a story that we've done before. It's not the same story, but kind of the same theme.
Okay.
But a slightly different take. And I was like, this would be good to get your perspective, because I know you're going to have some things to say about this.
I always do.
You always do. So the title of this Reddit post, my favorite social media site, is, Am I the jerk for selling my grandmother's house to pay for her care when my family wanted it as a legacy?
No.
You rolled your eyes. Before I even get to it, you rolled your eyes. All right.
Yes.
Before I even get to it, tell me why you rolled your eyes.
She needs care. Okay? Y'all want to keep it as an investment, as a legacy. Child, please. Y'all want the money. And that's why I'm selling it. I want the money too, but it's for her care. And it seems like it's the writer's decision. Like they are the one responsible for the house, or...
Well, I don't know. She said grandmother. So...
But they can't sell the house if they don't have some sort of claim to it.
Well, let's see what she says.
Okay.
Here's what she wrote. I'm honestly at its end with my relatives, and I need to know if I'm actually the jerk here or if they're just delusional. My grandmother was diagnosed with dementia about 3 years ago, and it's been a fast slide downhill. She used to be sharp, independent woman who kept her garden perfect, but now she barely remembers what year it is. For the last 2 years, I have been the only one actually doing anything. I'm the one who handles her meds. I'm the one who visits her 3 times a week to make sure she hasn't left the stove on, and I'm the only one that she calls at 3 a.m. when she's scared. My dad and his 2 sisters, they show up maybe once every 6 months for a photo op to post on Facebook about how much they love Grammy. They have done zero actual work. A few months ago, it became clear she needed 24/7 professional care. She started wandering, and the house became a death trap for her. I looked into the best memory care facilities in the area, and they are incredibly expensive. Grandma has a decent pension, but it doesn't cover even half of it. The only real asset she has is her house. I am her power of attorney. My dad was supposed to be, but he couldn't handle the stress. So she changed it to me years ago when she still was lucid. I decided to sell the house to fund her care for the next several years. When I broke the news to the family, they absolutely lost it. My aunt started crying about how that house is a family legacy and how they spent their childhoods there. My dad told me I am robbing them of their inheritance, and that I should just find a cheaper state-run home for her so the house stays in the family. I told them, Jay, you got to stop with these black women side comments. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish the post. All right. I told them that I wanted the house that if they wanted the house so bad, they could buy it from her at market value, or they could all chip in $2K a month each to cover the private facility. Of course, suddenly everyone is broke. They wanted her to rot in some understaffed warehouse of a nursing home just so they could flip the house and split the cash after she passes away. I went ahead with the listing anyway, and the house sold last week. Now half the family is blocking me and calling me cold-hearted jerk for destroying our history. Am I the jerk? Jay, you had a lot of a lot of black women tells in this and as I was reading. So Go ahead and tell me how you really feel.
To the poster.
Mm-hmm.
Let them block you, sis. You don't need them.
Yeah.
They weren't doing anything anyway.
Yeah.
And they are upset that you are doing what they are ultimately going to do, which is sell the house, right? At her passing, which is sell the house for money, except you are using the money for her care. This is the thing. You are your own legacy. It is not some house you grew up in. It is not your children. A lot of people say that too. Please, no, it's not your children. You, your actions, who you are, your character, the things that you've contributed to the people in your life and to society, that is your legacy. Okay? Money is not your legacy. An inheritance is not your legacy. And it's really funny that you care so much about legacy, which is an appreciation of history, but you willing to put your mama in an underfunded, overcrowded, subpar facility so that you can have money when she passes, which is what you are waiting for. Listen, let them block you. Block them back. Take care of your grandmother the way that you've been doing. You will be blessed. Don't worry. Block them. Let them stay blocked. You just saved yourself a whole lot of headache because you don't have to listen to these people no more. The half of the family that's got your own What if it was you? What if you needed care? Think about how they would have treated you. What if they were the ones that needed care? Your father and your aunts. Oh, I'm sure they would move heaven and earth to make sure that they were comfortable. These are the questions you got to ask. Like, nah, let them let them block you. You didn't want the responsibility of being power of attorney.
No, that's not what she said. She said her grandmother took it from the father and gave it
she
to
said
her
she wrote that
because
the
it was too
father.
stressful.
Yes. So you didn't want the responsibility of being power of attorney. It was too stressful for you to take care of your own mother and to make sure that you were doing things in accordance with her wishes. That was too stressful for you. Fine. I get that. Listen, the care of an aging parent, especially with dementia or something like that, or cognitive, it is difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm not downplaying that whatsoever. And there are people that they don't got it. Like, they don't have the capacity to do it. It is very, very hard work. We know that. And so, because we had grandparents in the similar situation. So we know how difficult it is when you have a grandparent that suffers cognitive decline, our maternal grandmother.
No, I mean,
Yes.
cognitive, but she didn't have dementia.
Yeah. Yes.
She was still lucid. I don't know about that.
No.
I know about the cognitive decline, but I don't know about. Anyway, continue on, because now we're getting everybody. Don't nobody need to know all that.
Right. Whatever. The point is, it is a lot of work. So I can understand if they don't have the capacity to do that kind of work. That's fine. But you don't get a say when the person who is doing the work makes tough decisions. Just tough decisions are tough because not everybody is going to like them. But that doesn't mean the tough decision doesn't need to be done. Even when people don't like it, you did the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
you did the right thing.
Yeah.
And so, no, you're not the asshole or the jerk.
The jerk. It was a jerk.
Well, whichever. No. because I think you are taking excellent care of your ancestor,
Yeah.
right? You want to talk about legacy? You're respecting where you come from by doing your best to take care of your grandmother. Go ahead and take care of your grandmother. And the
Yo,
hell with everybody else.
not only that, she said, my father and his two sisters. I mean, she had 3 kids. She
Mm-hmm.
chose the granddaughter to
Mm-hmm.
be the power of attorney because the 3
Yeah.
kids, she probably knew, hey, my 3 kids ain't nothing.
They
They
ain't worth a
ain't worth a
damn.
damn.
Yeah.
So can you take care can you take care of this for me, baby? Yeah, grandma, I can take care of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I also applaud the poster for at least going to them first before putting the listing out and being like, hey,
Yeah.
look, I want to put grandma in this facility. This is going to be her last days. I want it to be as comfortable as possible. It's expensive, so I'm going to need to sell the house. Oh, we can't do that. This is family legacy. Okay, no problem. Buy it, our market value, so that we
Mm-hmm.
can put
Yeah.
her in this facility since
Buy
it's
her
so
out.
much of a legacy.
Yeah.
Everybody crying broke. You telling me
Mm-hmm.
between 3 people? Now,
Right.
if it was me, you, and our brother trying to buy our father's house, hey, look, we're gonna go ahead. That is what it is. We're gonna have to go ahead and sell that house.
Mm-hmm.
But our moms and like other family members, the 3 of us could scrounge up some money together and pay the market value for the house if it meant that much to us. The house that
Right.
comes to mind to me is our grandparents' house, maternal grandparents' house, that for me personally meant so much. I hated
Yeah.
when it was sold, but I was like 18 years old. I ain't had
Yeah.
to scratch, not unless I was going to sell drugs to a
And I
community.
still got the memories.
Right. I do agree with you to a certain extent that people are their legacy. People get so wrapped up in legacy, and I know I've said this before, you don't get to determine what your legacy is.
Right.
Other people determine what your legacy is. So we
True.
have, okay, I'm not going to go there. I was going to do something political, but we have people out in the
Mhm.
world who want to name certain buildings after themselves and plaques and parks and things of that nature. When we go to these places, we literally ask who that is because we
Yeah.
don't know who that person is. So you can
Don't
name
know.
something after yourself,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
maybe somebody will take the time to do some research, and then they'll be like, oh, that's interesting. They're going to forget about it. Look, I always tell people we've had, I think the number is 42 presidents. I know everybody's going to say, well, Trump is 45. There's been presidents that have been multiple
Repeated.
presidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it's been 41 or 42 presidents. Most people can't name 10.
Mhm.
President of the United States, and we're only 250 years old. President of the United States, 41 or 42 of them, and people can't name 10. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you think you've done.
Mm-hmm.
People either remember you or don't. Al Capone died, I don't know how long ago, but people still know his name.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You don't get to determine what your legacy is. So people, stop being so wrapped up on legacy. And for this poster, you did everything right. You are doing right by your grandmother. And
Yeah.
when she closes her eyes and takes her final breath, I know it's going to be extremely painful for you because I
Mhm.
can tell you love her dearly.
Yeah.
I can't give you peace in that moment. But what I can say to you is, you did everything right by her.
Yeah.
And you should hold your head up for that. And for
Yes.
all the family members that are blocking you, they are doing you a favor because
Mm.
it is clear they don't need to be in your life. Look, grandma was probably trying to tell you, hey, your dad ain't worth a damn. She was probably trying to tell, and hey, look, I love my daddy. Your daddy ain't shit. Okay. Let's be clear with it.
Yeah.
But
She raised them. She knows.
she knows. Hey, your parents be knowing who you are. I know, because my parents
Mhm.
be calling me out, and I be like, look, stop acting like you know me, all that. And they do.
They
But,
do.
ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Was she the jerk? Was she not the jerk? Leave a comment in the comment section, and we're going to get at you.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.